This is a video to show you how to create an online assignment in Skyward. As you can see, I've already opened a gradebook. So once you open up a gradebook, your next steps would be to roll your mouse over Other Access and then click on Online Assigned Templates. After you click Online Assigned Templates, a new window opens up. This window here shows me all of the online assigned templates or Skyward tests that I've already created. If you haven't created any, obviously this information won't be here. So the next step is to click on Add, which is located here to the right. After you click on Add, a new window opens, and this is the online assignment template. Here you can name your assignment, decide how many points each question is worth, give a description, randomize questions. This puts the questions and answer choices in random order. This makes it difficult for students to cheat. Do not allow other teachers to clone. This won't allow you to share your online Skyward assignment with any other teachers. I don't have that selected. You can choose how many questions per page, show correct answers. This is something that I normally do not select because I would like the students to do test corrections. And if they see the answer, that defeats the purpose. Lastly, auto grade and post to gradebook. So you can automatically grade this and put it in the gradebook. This is something I also normally do not select because this is not finalized. I can change these options at any point. So once you've decided what options you would like to select, the next thing you would do is add questions. And you do that by clicking here, Save and Add Questions. All right, so once you click that, a new window opens, and here you have the option to create your test questions. You've got different types of questions you can create. There's multiple choice, true or false, matching, short answer, or essay. If you add a short answer or essay to any question in the test, the Skyward system will not be able to grade the entire test. So I normally don't put those in these online assignments. I only use multiple choice, true or false, or matching. So this first type of question I have selected is a multiple choice question. And the question is 1 plus 1 equals what? Here we have our answer choices of 11, 2, 3, or 4. So I've typed in these answer choices. I would select this box because 2 is the correct answer. And I want the system to recognize that this is the correct answer. Once I've done that, I would click Save and add another to add another question. All right, our next question is a true or false question. And it says, according to the attached graph, the blue portion of the graph resembles Pac-Man. Use the attached graph to answer the question. So for this question, I have added an attachment. The students are going to examine the graph to answer the question. All right, so here's the graph. As you can see, percentage of a pie graph that looks like Pac-Man. The yellow portion looks like Pac-Man. The blue portion does not look like Pac-Man. So the question is, according to the attached graph, the blue portion of the graph resembles Pac-Man. The blue portion does not resemble Pac-Man, so this answer is false. So in the true or false question, I have selected false as the answer. In order to add attachments, it's fairly simple. I've already added one. That's why it has one listed here after the word attachment. You can add more if you'd like. So to add an attachment, you simply click on attachment, and then this menu comes up. Now, this is the attachment that is already there. In order to add another one, I would click on Choose File, find it on my computer, then click Upload, and then click Save. And the attachment would be there for students to view. All right, this next question is also a true or false question, and it reads, analyze the primary source below. According to the document, Mr. Jackson wants to share his affections with an attractive older love interest. If you notice, older is bolded and italicized. I did that by clicking this style bar, and I simply highlighted the word older and then clicked on bold and italicized to make that stand out. I did that because I want to use that as a hint to the students. All right, so let's analyze the primary source, and that is here in the extra content. Quote, I want to love you, PYT, pretty young thing. You need some love, TLC, and I'll take you there. Unquote, Michael Joseph Jackson. So the question is, he wants to share his affection with an attractive older love interest. That would be false because he's into a pretty young thing. If I wanted to, I can attach an actual audio clip of Michael Jackson singing the song, but I decided to bless you with my beautiful voice instead. but that would be an option if I wanted to add that attachment. All right, our final question for this example is a matching question. And it says, match the correct terms or phrases with the correct answers. You will not use all of the answer choices provided. So I've already created this. Here we have the questions, and then here we have the answers that I want the students to match them with. Let's take a look at number one. According to Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? You remember the commercial, Wise Mr. Owl? He told us that it was three. Three. So that answer choice is C. So all I would do is click here on the answer and select that as C. And as you can see, when you do that, there's a line drawn, and this just shows you which answer choice you've selected. Let's take a look at number two. According to scientific research, the DeLorean time machine must travel at blank miles per hour in order to activate the flux capacitor and achieve time travel. You remember the wild and crazy Doc Brown told us that it's 88 miles per hour. So I've highlighted that choice as answer A. So the students would simply click A, and on their end, it would draw this line. Now, if I'd like to, I can add attachments for this specific example, add an attachment for this specific example as well. So when the students click on this, they would see the attachment that I have here, and they would see the attachment as an answer choice. I would use this if I wanted to use specific pictures as an answer choice. All right, so those would be all the questions that I would have on my exam. Then I would click Save and Back. Once you click Save and Back, you're taken back to your assignment template setup options. I've got 4 questions here. I can shuffle the question order if these questions are not randomized. However, I have these selected as randomized, so when the students take them, they're not going to be in this exact order. I can edit the questions. I can click on these disclosure triangles and see the details that I have in the questions. I can see that I have an attachment here. I can see the answer is false. One thing I wanted to show you about the questions, if you look at the points per question, my matching question is worth 3 points. Now, I'll explain why I did that shortly. All right, so we're back at our matching question. I've expanded it. This is question number 4. Skyward recognizes this matching question as one question, although there are 3 matching choices in this one question. So what I did is I raised the point value to 3 points. That's because all the other questions are 1 point per question. I also clicked this box to allow partial credit. What that means, if a student gets questions number 1 and 2 correct, and they get question number 3 wrong, they will get 2 out of 3 points. If I don't click this, it's going to be an all or nothing. You either get them all right and receive 3 points, or you get 1 wrong and you still get the entire question wrong. So when it comes to matching, you would want to allow partial credit and raise the point value dependent on how many matching questions you have in this one question. Remember, this is question number 4, and Skyward recognizes this as one question. All right, so we're back at our assignment template setup options. What we're going to do next, I am done with the test. Now I want to post this so my students can see this in Skyward. What I would do is click Save and Back. All right, so after I click Save and Back, now I'm here at my screen that shows all the tests that I have created. So what I would do from this point is I would open the gradebook and then attach this specific test to that gradebook. All right, so I'm in the gradebook that I want to attach the online Skyward assignment to. So I'm going to do my normal procedures to add an assignment, roll over assignments, click on Add Assignment. All right, so now to add this assignment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll over options. I've already created this test and I want to copy it from my online assignment template. So once that page loads, I'll find the assignment or test that I want to add to, highlight that, and then click this Clone to Assignment. All right, so I'm at my online assignment setup options screen, and once again, I can choose to not randomize the questions at this point or change it back. This, do not make available in student access online assignments. Do not select this. If you do, your students will not be able to see the exam in Skyward. That defeats the purpose. I'm going to give it a start date and a stop date. When the stop date, the default is 12 a.m. I highly suggest that you do not do this. This will confuse students every time. You'll always have a handful who are confused. March 23rd at 12 a.m. That would be Monday morning, aka Sunday night. If you set this for 12 a.m., you're going to have students who think they have until Monday night to get this done. So if you're going to give the students a late time to complete the test by, I would suggest 11:30 p.m. So this way there is no confusion. Do not show results until. Now, I don't want students to see results automatically. If Bobby finishes his exam and he sees his results, see what he has, chances are he can go online and help someone else who's already taken this exam. So I don't want students to see their results automatically. I'm going to set it where the students don't see their results until after the test has closed because I don't want them to see them until then. I can show correct answers as well. Again, I would not select this because I want students to do test corrections. At any point after the exam, I can change this option. So I'm not going to show correct answers. I'm not going to auto grade and post to gradebook. Once I'm done doing that, I'll click save and back. All right, so the last thing I want to do is change this maximum score. I don't want my students to be able to score a 6. I want them to be able to score a 100 on this exam if they get everything correct. So what I'll do is I'll click on that change max score. All right, so this new window opens up after I click change max score. The only thing I need to do is change this total question points. I want the total points to equal 100. So I'm going to change that. And if you notice, once I click outside of the box, it automatically changes the point value to these other questions to total 100. Then I will click save. After I click save, I'm taken back to this screen, and now you can see that the total score is 100. So now I'll click save and back to get back to my gradebook. All right, so now to see the student scores, see how they did, this is the assignment. It's posted to Skyward. I'd simply click on it. Now I'll click here, score online assignment. So in this window, I can see the students that have taken the test. I can see how long they've spent on the test. 3 minutes. This was only a 4-question test. It shouldn't have taken that long. I can see what the score that they received on the test. So now that I've seen everything, I'm ready to mass post this to the gradebook. Now, this is if I didn't select that option in the window to auto grade and post. I would simply click this, and then it asks me the options that I want to have. I do want to mark to show results in student access. I do want to post the online assignment to gradebook, and then I would click run, and it would simply post those scores to the student's gradebook, and they'd be able to see what they earned on the exam. That's it. It's a fairly easy process for you to do. I highly suggest you use this. It'll be very easy to do in Skyward.